Hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. As always, just continuing the main story quest today, so without further ado, let's get this thing started. I'm not imagining Elric. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I am under observation. Man, that was a weird sentence. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me? Please, it will only take a moment. Right. Looks like it's down here somewhere in the graveyard. Get a little bit of a sprint going on. Maybe over the top of the fence? Yeah, I think it is. There we go. Right, let's deal with this fella. I think pretty soon we're going to have to be thinking about doing our White Mage quest, as we are at level 40. And I don't think we've done the level 35 quest, let alone the 40 quest. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unarmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Okie doke. Heaven's forfend. That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Just this sword, apparently. A standard issue blade for all Garlean infantry. This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marks was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Let's have a look at this. No, I don't think that's much better than what I've got, so we'll just take cash.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you?
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity, so let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Okay, so looks like we're preparing to take down Garuda in the long run. And of course the classic Final Fantasy tropes of Sid and the airships starting to make an appearance. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Elric. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the Final Flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity. Much like the Great Gubu Wall of Uldar, it states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely with a full-gold float. The closest settlement to Kurthus, mayhap the Serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Elric. Okie doke, so we're off to full gold afloat by the sound of things. Right, there he is. Is there what I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortifort at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Okay. Well, we do have Sid Garland to help us fly the thing. So the fact that it's complex shouldn't be an issue. So just wait until we get there. Not really worth cutting this out, I don't think. It's not that long. Let you guys enjoy the Chocobo song in its full for once. You have come in search of Waterford? Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the Great Snows came to Corfas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartno nigh on 5 years ago I held the Spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Corfus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help. But to obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The High Houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Alright, so it looks like we're off to Corfas. And I remember from the last time that once you get to Corfas, things start to get somewhat interesting in the plot and meet one of the major factions that continues on Heavensward. Although one small thing is that personally, and some other people I've heard say that the quests do tend to get a little bit of a drag once you get to Corfas. They're all mainly in the same region and they can be quite long, but either way, you'll see for yourself soon enough and you can make your own judgment. Almost said just past these gates and in the building on the right, I believe it was. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durendare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Is this any good for me? Not really. Cash again. I won't have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And when the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durendare, as is mine. Okie doke, so to the west. Hopefully that's, yep, just this way. Let's head out and find him. Seems to be above, according to the minimap. Alright, this looks like him. Oh, hello. Nope, we don't want to attack the snow wolf pup that was way off in the distance. Good old targeting system at its finest. And let's just help this guy up. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Tuh. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumours were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Okay, good stuff. Let's head back into town. no Ethernet there, so I can't just teleport straight back. Shouldn't be there too much of an issue though. It's not a particularly huge distance for the time being. Just gives you guys more time to hear more of my dulcet tones. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I say I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are proud people beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Okay, I believe that's back this way through this little archway. And then on the left. Yep. Ah, the gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovoy be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Fallamort up top. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what does you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halloween's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Fallamore. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realise you had a guest. Inquisitor William, you honour us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Kurfest 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Kurfast. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst travelling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Alright, so let's just move Josiah here. You there, sir. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the Chief Astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favour in exchange. An associate of mine has yet returned from his expedition at the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Okay, sounds good. We'll do that for you. And just jump from here, it's the quickest way down. Don't think it kills you. Oops. Most of the time. Takes you very low on health, but yeah, it shouldn't kill you. Right, so I think she said it was to the west, did she not? Oh no, it must be to the east. Could have sworn she said west. Nope, that's Muntai Bean Thieves. Oh, to the east. Yeah, it even says in the log that it's to the east. Right. Let's just ride out there, find that guy, and report back. And then I think we'll have to call it an episode as we're running a little bit short on time. Right, so here he is, the missing astrologian. So we'll just have a word with him. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I threw us to... Wait, who are you? You are not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. What an attitude, eh? Come to his rescue and then he complains that he's being seen with somebody that doesn't believe in whatever it is they believe in. Right, well, we'll just head back to town and hand this in. Right, and here we are back with Seer to finish this step of the questline off. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honour bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portalain for an official introduction to the High Houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other High Houses. Okie doke. That looks like it's downstairs. If it's relatively close, we could finish that off while we're here. Looks like it's down below in the courtyard somewhere. Where is he? In here. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slayed 2 heretics and saved a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Okie dokie. One final task it is, but not this time around. Those look to be exactly the same as what I've got, so we'll take cash. Well, that final task will have to wait in the next episode, so we'll see you guys next time.